Welcome back to another episode of Halfway to Middle Aged. What episode is this? 25. Whoa.
And we got balloons to celebrate it.
Episode 25 is a little special. We're both in the same town, but decided to Zoom because I simply did not want to drive to my house.
And I don't blame you. Zooming's like pretty awesome. I wish I had done it years ago. It's pretty sweet. So you're back to work, no more college for the week, working your tail off at doing tree work. So you must
Yep.
be pretty beat.
It's a little tiring, but money's nice, so
Yeah, money is.
money's great, especially, as I keep seeing it just quickly dwindle
Yeah.
up in school.
That's all my money's magic. It's like it disappears. It's like I get it, I don't have it for long, and then
Yeah.
it just goes away.
I work all summer and I hit like the end of summer and I just about ready to go to school and I'm like, I can buy anything I want right now. I
Yeah.
am loaded. And then
Yeah.
like a month and a half later, I'm scrounging for quarters in the couch.
Yeah. Yeah.
And money dwindles real quick.
Yeah. Yeah, the bills don't stop coming in just because it's Christmas.
Yeah.
I mean, throw me a Christmas gift. Forget to charge me for a month. It'd be really great. So I got a truck payment that is like astronomical to pay every month, and I dread it for the entire month. And when I make it, it's not as if I make it and then it's gone. Then I know I've got another 30 days and I got to do it again.
Yeah.
Just doesn't stop. It's not fun.
I'll tell you the most defeating thing. My truck isn't nearly as new or expensive as yours, but when I finance like 17 grand
Yeah.
2.5 years ago, and I've been paying for 2.5 years on time, and I go and look at my fucking what I owe left, and it tells me I owe $16,000, even though I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure I've spent like at
Yeah.
least 10.
That's the crazy thing because it's all interest, and then when you get down lower to the loan, is when you start taking off the.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I have been paying on my truck a crazy amount every month, and I was like, I got like 16, 17 months I paid on. I'm like, I must be making some moves. 3 grand off the top. I
Yeah.
got it's disgusting.
Yeah. I have nearly a 11% interest rate on my truck.
Mm,
Something that pisses me off the most on a weekly basis, I get an email from Capital One
hmm
T Bank
Yeah,
saying you're pre-approved to, finance your car through us. We're gonna lower your rate to like the highest it will be is 7%. I'm like, oh
yeah,
shit, percent. That's crazy. I went through the whole process with both of them the first time I got the email. I spent like half an hour on both doing the putting all my information in for them to on the last slide to tell me, sorry, truck's too old, we won't do it.
yeah. That
And
sucks.
they still send me a fucking email
they're,
every
hope,
week.
they're hoping you got a newer truck.
Yeah.
Yeah, they said go get a goddamn new truck and then we'll talk.
What the fuck? Like, damn, you broke bitch. You can't afford something from this
You broke,
decade?
you broke ass son of a bitch. What do you want me to tell you?
We're
We
trying to
don't
help you save money. Go buy a new
we don't
truck.
finance antiques. I mean, go down to the auto refinery, John Dietz, get yourself
Yeah,
another vintage vehicle, I guess.
there you go.
Yeah,
A
no,
Corvette
it's
is sweet though.
disgusting. I wish I was a bank. I was
Yeah,
thinking about it. I wish I had like a bunch of ATM machines all over the place. They're getting $3 a clip, someplace even more. I've been to certain places, a la adult, strip clubs, 40 dollars ATM fees. $40 ATM fees. Yep. You go to like Atlantic City, 15, $20 they charge you to take any money out of those things.
that's insane.
It's insane. They get away with it because they know you're like pretty desperate at that point.
I see like TikToks and all sorts of
Yeah, I
shit.
never
Like,
been to a strip club before. I was joking about that.
yeah,
No, not once.
yeah, not once.
I don't believe in them.
I see these TikToks where it's like, oh, quick uh side money, you don't have to do any work for it. It's telling me to like get buy vending machines and put it in random places.
Yeah.
I saw one a couple days ago. He's like, "Yeah, I just invested into the whole vending machine business. Cost me $1,600 for the vending machine, another $300 a week to restock it." And then he goes, "And let's see how much I made this week." And he pulls it out, and it's like literally like 18 quarters and like $5.
Yeah. He put that in a terrible spot.
Yeah. Well, he also just stocks it with like water and 0 calorie monsters, and
Mm,
I was like, nobody wants that shit.
yeah. You got to get some good Coca-Cola products in there. If you want to make money, you stay away from Pepsi. That's what I say. Because
Why?
nobody likes Pepsi. It's a pretty wide margin. I think it's like 60% of Americans prefer Coke over Pepsi. I made that up completely. It could be I just threw that number out there.
And the wide margin is not that wide.
Yeah, it's pretty wide. It's pretty
For
wide.
60%,
And I'm even making that number up. It's probably completely wrong. I have no idea.
although I did hear that Dr. Pepper surpassed Pepsi for the number 2 spot.
Wow. That's pretty tough. And I believe Pepsi owns Dr. Pepper, so no, that's
Dr.
wrong.
Pepper, Dr. Pepper's, I think, its own thing, and it distributes. Because you ever see like, you know how like soda bottles have different shapes, like
Mm,
Coke bottles are different than Pepsi bottles,
mm,
but Dr. Pepper does both.
mm.
I think they're their own company or something. They just distribute through to both of them. I don't know. We have someone on the inside we could ask. Is
We do, Sabrina. And you know what?
that our
Our
shout out?
last,
Is that
our
our shout out this
no,
early?
no, we're not going to do the shout out yet because I wanted to say our last Easter egg for John Dietz. He never commented, so he's our first call out because I'm
Great.
sure
I
a regular listener, but he didn't listen and or didn't comment about that one.
believe I called out my roommate, did I not
Oh, that's
also?
right. I had an early one, then you had a late one. What did he hear it?
No,
Son of a
I
bitch.
forgot about it.
Oh
Son of
for
a
two.
bitch.
Some bitch. So this time is going to be a fella who's near and dear to both of our hearts, and just one of the best guys I've ever met. He's would
Are we
also probably
are we
know about
doing it right
margins
now?
out
This
of
is
Florida.
early.
Yeah, it's early, but I know he listens.
Yeah.
I know you ever been to Penn State before? This guy loves Penn State. He loves Garth Brooks. He loves warm hugs. He will go up to anybody and tell you just how beautiful your boyfriend is because
Yeah.
he's the kind of
It
guy.
is the
He is,
greatest thing I've ever seen.
and he's hilarious.
Watching him tell every woman that they are lucky to have their
Yeah,
man,
it's great.
it's fantastic.
Seth W., please reach out to your boys and let us know that you got this Easter egg. We love you very
I will
much
say,
and
I went to
appreciate
Penn
it.
State one time, and it was one of the greatest times of my life.
I had an offer sheet there to go, but I was like, community college is probably better for me.
Was
So
your
get
offer
my
to
foot.
like, was your offer to clean the halls? Like,
Yeah, I mean, it was a janitorial arts position, minimum wage, but it was still a sheet that I signed. So, yeah, no, great school, great school, pretty good at
it's the
sports.
only place I have literally ever seen the entirety of a town. It's a big place too.
Yeah.
Fucking devote themselves to St. Patrick's Day so hard.
Mm.
I heard I went and visited a high school friend the last time I went. Last time I literally just said I've only been there once. But she said that the school actually tries to convince the bars on that St. Patrick's Day weekend to close
Mm.
because of how many college kids just get fucked up.
Yeah. That's what you should do as a college kid. I certainly did, and then barely even went to college, so didn't have drinking. I did more of the drinking than the schooling part of it, but
Mm.
as far as schooling, I've been doing a lot of like uh shows for like choir and band and my kids and stuff. It made me start to really appreciate anybody that works with kids. Stupid. I particularly would like to spend a segment of time to thank the teachers of this world, and your mother being one of them, because I don't understand how anybody could handle being around children for that long.
I might
It's amazing.
like like a 11th grade teacher that
Yeah,
like maybe.
whatever. Because you can kind of
I mean,
call them an asshole.
they still kind of suck. Those, they're
Yeah,
a little,
smart ass.
yeah, little.
We did this segment one. We talked about if we were police officers and you were cool, we'd let you get away with stuff. I'd be
Oh yeah,
that way in 11th, 12th grade. I didn't
oh
like
yeah.
you. I thought you were a douchebag. I thought you were like mean to the girls or like a bully. I just like purposely fail you. I'd figure out a way to make your life living hell. That's what I would. But if you were cool with me, then I'd probably let you slide on some shit. Give you some extra homework, extra credit shit. That's what I would. That's how I'd play it.
I
You know?
feel like if I saw a kid like actually trying, then I might be inclined. But
Yeah,
if it's the type to fucking just like walk in,
yeah,
not try to even pretend to pay attention to what
yeah,
I'm trying to teach.
yeah, yeah. I mean, that's how I was, but it was just really to mask the fact that I probably wasn't capable of learning anyway. So if I just pretended, then to be cool. But yeah, no, teachers, you guys are awesome, man, because I can be around like one other kid that's not mine before I want to totally lose interest and start flipping stuff over. So
Yeah,
you take an entire classroom of children, get them to be quiet, get them to follow your direction and your lead, and get them to learn. That's an art, man. I used to
yeah,
think,
no,
wow, teachers are so lucky. They get summer. I get home and I got to deal with my kids. I get about an hour before I fall asleep, but it's the greatest hour because I don't have, asking me for snacks. And I mean, I got a boy that'll ask me to get him water, and it's closer to him than it is to me. He doesn't want to
oh
get and the amount of questions throughout the day and they're pretty ridiculous questions that I have to deal with. By the time they're in bed and I get to relax for an hour, I can't imagine what it's like to be a teacher. I would be just driving home and I would just be like so excited to be away from those little bastards. Like I would just be like, and I got to go do it again for another 30 years.
yeah. It's
Fuck
like
that.
you got your kids at home and you come home from a
Yeah.
room full of snot-filled
Yeah.
little kindergartners.
Yeah.
Remember that Kevin Hart skit where he's like, yeah, and you see your baby in the window and he's so
Yeah.
excited his
Oh yeah.
daddy's home and
Turn around. Yeah.
you just back out the driveway.
Yeah. That's it. No, because it's crazy. Kids are a pain in the ass, man. I'll tell
Yeah,
you that right down. And you're gonna probably have how many? How many do you think? Realistically.
preferably two, but
You never know though. You might get two, then you don't really like the second one, so you're hoping for a better one. The
that's
second
why
one's
you want another baby. So
the second one's kind of a jerk, and you're like, maybe we try again. But
yeah, those damn second kids.
I would have another kid before I would have another pet. I can tell you that for certain right now. I'd
Doesn't
have
make
a
any
baby.
sense.
It doesn't make any sense in my advanced age to consider it because, by
And
the time they're
at
like,
any point in time, it doesn't make any sense.
I would never get a cat in my lifetime. Like I wouldn't get a cat right now if everybody in the world died and I was completely alone. Somehow I survived it. I don't know how, but if I did, I still would look at a cat and tell it to get the fuck away from me because I don't trust them. Terribly allergic to them. I don't want them around me at all. Now, I would like to have a couple different pets that were not a typical pet, like a monkey. I would like to have a
Oh, did you know?
I feel like I could get the monkey to go get me shit. Like I could ask him, train him to get me a soda, turn the shower on, get the water nice and warm for me, get the towel ready for me, dry me off. I mean, that's getting a little weird, but I'm just saying I could get him to do.
You're like one
We could
step
wear
away from some weird shit.
we could wear matching outfits, which would
That
be
would be
awesome.
funny. That would be
Yeah,
awesome.
it would be really cool.
But what kind of monkey are we? Are we talking about the little fuckers?
No,
Is
I want a
anything?
big one. I want a big one that can carry me around. I want to get on his shoulders.
But
I don't want him to get pissed one
but
day
what
because I
happens if
hear
like you piss it off and it
I
murders you?
know. I That's kind of the fear that I have is I don't want to piss it off and get
Like
murdered.
you tell it to like go like I don't, let's say you tell him to open your soda and he like slices his finger open and
Yeah,
like
and he gets all pissed,
yeah.
right? Yeah. But what if he was cool and like to drink beer? I mean, that'd be pretty cool. You're slamming beers with a monkey. That's I because and then I'm arm wrestling him. I never win ever.
No, you would
It's
never
kind of
win.
cool. He beats me at thumb wrestling all the time. He's like a whiz at video games for some
Not
reason.
only could he beat you at thumb wrestling, he could have four people fucking that he's thumb wrestling at one
I
time.
take him to the gym and he's like showing off doing like 1,500 pull-ups. Yeah, which is like I'm like, yeah, this dude's cool as shit. I would like to have a pet monkey. I feel like I would like to have a pet panda. I just feel like they're cool. I'd like them to like lay down and then I lay down and then they throw like a panda arm around me.
Oh, you're laying on the panda?
Yeah, I'm laying on the
I was
panda.
gonna say, I think the panda might crush you.
Yeah, so I would pick a panda. I don't trust a lion, although I think they're cool as hell. But
I feel like if you had like a zoo and you had a lion, then that would
yeah,
be cool.
yeah.
Like if you
If
own,
I got to know it, you know what I mean, and he was like really cool.
you raised it. Like it was
Yeah,
you like
yeah. He
that thing
doesn't know
shot
anything else. He only
like
knows me, so he doesn't really
yeah.
know that there's.
Like
He's
that thing
thinking
shot
of-
out the lion vagina and you
Yeah,
just grabbed it up somehow without getting murdered by the mother
yeah,
lion
right.
and raised it.
Hmm.
That would be cool.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
What do you think is the most dangerous pet to have?
Like it's an actual pet.
Yeah, like a real pet.
I don't know. I couldn't think about having like a cobra or a type of snake or anything in my house. So I would think that
You
would be
wouldn't even be
interesting.
allowed to.
Yeah.
And would actually divorce you if you brought a snake into the house.
100%. I don't like snakes. I don't hate them as much as she does, but I definitely don't like them. I like
Like,
looking at them. I think they're pretty, but I don't like the thought of them being on me. What
what?
do you think of dangerous? I don't know, man.
None of this is
Said
going
to
to be
me the other
fact
day, he said, "Isn't
checked.
it weird?" Andrew said, "Isn't it weird that we just have an animal walking around our house?" And I was like, I was kind of thinking, when did people decide that they were gonna like domesticate dogs and just turn them into pets? You know what I mean? They were
Probably when like they stopped being wolves and all of a sudden a chihuahua fucking popped out and they're like, oh yeah, I
got
can
the
handle this fucker.
yeah. I like a fish myself. I like looking at them in the tank. And then you got to clean that shit all the time, or the water gets nasty. So that's even a lot of
Yeah.
work. I wouldn't mind a guinea pig because I think they're cute. They make too much goddamn noise and they smell.
Mm.
And then I don't know. Rabbits are cute, but they smell too. I don't think. I think I'm just living in fantasy world, but for pets that I'm never gonna have.
You know what I want?
Yeah,
Fucking parrot. You
yeah.
know how funny it would be if you like trained it to say like, "What's up, fucker?" every time
Oh
someone
yeah.
walked in the
That
door.
would be really. Yeah, they just every time we're like, not this fucking guy.
Yeah.
That would be
You
awesome.
train it to know people and like
Yeah.
give certain phrases.
Oh yeah. Or
I have
train.
a parrot every time you walk in the house, he's like, "This douchebag."
Where's my food? Fuck nut. That would be great. I would, and they'll outlive you too. Those things will live for like 100
Oh
years.
yeah. My girlfriend's parents had two parrots.
Mm.
They said that it's at a one of them's at a pet shop and they like go in there and every time they walk in it like recognizes them and just like
Oh, yeah,
turns its head real slow. And I'm like, I
yeah.
kind of would be freaked out if a parrot just slowly started looking at me and just
Oh,
staring
yeah.
at me for the remainder of the time I was there.
That would be weird, man. I don't know. I like birds. I like looking at, I could mess with a bird, I guess.
That'd be a cool pet, I feel like.
I feel
Like
like,
that's a
yeah,
that's like a real pet though.
yeah. I'd put it on my finger and shit and walk around. That's why I think I'd like an iguana too, but their nails are sharp. I had one of those on my shoulder for a picture in Dominican Republic. It's a little scary because they had like really sharp nails, but
Yeah.
pretty cool. Probably as
I
close as we'll get to
think
like,
I would want any animal that I don't have a confident like I don't have any confidence that given it did hate me and wanted to murder me, I couldn't
yeah,
beat it.
right. I know there's times when my dog really wants to bite me, but she won't, because she knows.
Yeah.
And I can put my hand right in her mouth, she wouldn't bite me. So I get what you're saying. That's why I don't trust cats because I got scratched to shit by a cat when I was a kid. And maybe I just had a bad cat, but that son of a bitch got me
Emma's
and I
cat
don't
is
trust him.
literally the only that I'm not gonna finish that sentence. That could be turned way weird.
Yeah.
Emma's pet feline is the only cat I've ever liked. It's
Oh,
like a
really?
dog. The thing will do tricks for treats.
Yeah.
You could like shake the bag of treats and the thing will come sprinting from downstairs.
Wow. I'm
He's
gonna do it.
basically he's essentially me as an animal, I feel like.
Yeah,
Just does anything for food.
I bet. You could hear a Pepsi can opening from a mile away.
Oh, especially now. I've been trying to do the only soda like if I'm eating out
Yeah.
because I walk
You
past the
just eat out
mirror.
every day.
Yeah, no. I walked past the mirror and I looked at myself. I was like, okay, it's time for a real change.
Yeah.
This is just something.
Yeah.
And for the first week, every time I would drive home from like class, I'd be like, well, like I could go for like a McDonald's fry.
Yeah. I mean, whatever.
And it went from drinking soda at home to now just ordering McDonald's and also eating way more McDonald's just so I can
Oh
get
yeah.
that soda.
Yeah. I decided to give up on Ozempic. again, second time. And once again, the weight's just piling back on. So it's like,
Well, I believe that's what happens when you do the whole like weight
yeah.
loss shots.
So I got to figure something out. But yeah, no, I hear you. I mean, I drink diet soda. So like we talked
Yeah.
about, I'm just going to die of a long, slow death cancer from it. But it's not going to keep, I can't blame that on my weight gain. But I certainly understand. I am addicted to soda for sure.
Oh,
For sure. For sure. So.
like I wouldn't even say I'm addicted to sugar because I don't even like candy. Candy's like here and there for me. Like I'll have a few bites, but after that, I'm like, you could take this.
I
But
like candy
soda,
too much, way too goddamn much. But hey,
what
I
could you
was
get rid of
thinking,
easier?
what's that?
Could you get rid of easier, soda or candy?
Oh man, that's tough one. Probably candy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's just something about a
drink
nice.
soda socially. Like I feel like I just like I'll be like someplace and feel like I just need it. You know, like if I go to dinner, it's like I have to have it.
I've heard that with beer. Like people are like, oh well, I'm out. I have to drink beer. I've never heard someone say like, I have to have
Oh
a
yeah,
soda. I'm
if
out.
I'm at a restaurant, I got to get a soda with my meal.
Well, yeah, I gotta because drinking water with my fucking dinner sucks.
Who wants water?
Yeah, I'm out to dinner.
Yeah,
Why am I
exactly.
gonna? Why? What are you gonna? You're gonna zhuzh it up with a lemon? Guess what? It still sucks.
Yeah, nobody wants water. Anybody that drinks water and says that it's better than a soda, I'd like you on this podcast so we could debate that because I'd like to get the truth out of you. You're hiding something and you're lying because water is not better than soda. It's a goddamn lie.
Have you thought of a possible countdown for today's episode?
Countdown? Yes, I've thought of one, and I don't think we did this. Maybe we did. So, oh, before that, I tried eggnog for the first time, and subsequently the last time, I damn near threw it up. That shit is fucking nasty. You
What
ever
is
had
wrong with it?
eggnog?
Yeah, I like eggnog.
You like eggnog? That's
Yeah,
nasty shit, bro.
I mean
Nasty.
it's not like
It
if
had a
you
smell to it, and then it had an aftertaste to it, and it had a thickness to it, and I didn't like any part of it.
like
Never.
if you put like a hot chocolate and an eggnog in front of me, I'm gonna pick the hot chocolate, but I
I'm not
don't like
taking. I'll take a hot chocolate with one hand, swipe that off the counter onto the ground, swipe the fucking nog right off the counter too. Both those drinks could go to hell. I don't like anything to do with any of it. Now, maybe you want to tell me you're going to put a little chocolate syrup on the top and a little fucking rum in that nog, then I'll try it. I'll try it again if there's a benefit for me in the long run. But I could tell you that just having a swig off of it was nasty. So that's out.
you
I can't remember if we ever did favorite Christmas movies. Did we ever do top three? You know,
I believe we did it in the episode with no audio that never got posted.
so we'll do it now. Top three favorite Christmas movies of all time. We did do this because I do remember, but
Yep.
screw it, we'll do it again.
Do it again. Viewers didn't see our list.
Yeah, it's true. And then I'd like to, because we're gonna all be together Christmas Eve. We could put something together. That way we could enjoy ourselves in good old Forge when you're snowmobiling and I'm chilling at the movie theater at Slickers drinking goddamn mudslides.
You know, when I went there the last time, they were closed.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, what is this? What are we doing?
Horseshit. That's horseshit.
Like,
All right, so I know
um,
what you're gonna go with now. So I'm gonna let you take it because if you don't take it, if I know what you're gonna say, because I remember it now.
yeah,
So I don't want to steal it from you. So go ahead, you take it, and then I'll go second.
Christmas Vacation.
Elf.
You don't even like Elf, do you?
Bullshit, I don't like Elf.
You don't fucking like Elf.
I love Elf.
Ah, you don't like Elf.
Yeah, I do.
You took that just because you knew it was my second. You
I
took it
I
because you
took
knew
it because I love that movie.
I would have taken Elf first then.
Well, you didn't.
I thought
And
you
I
weren't
would
gonna
have
pick.
taken Christmas Vacation first if you didn't take it first. So either way, you weren't getting both of them.
Yeah, I understand that. I would much rather forego Christmas Vacation personally than Elf.
You want to trade?
No, because
Trade
the
right
viewers.
now.
Because I've there's a lot of I don't think anyone. I think Elf is one of those movies where like it's either you love it or
Hmm.
you can't stand it.
Right.
Like I've never met a person who's like, yeah, no, I like it.
All right, pick two.
you're gonna go Home Alone, and I don't even fucking care because I actually think it is like a bottom tier Christmas movie.
That's one of the dumbest fucking things I've ever heard. But I mean,
You can have your opinion, but I just like the fucking like the movie just I can't. I've watched it like 100 times, and each time it gets worse.
oh, people are gonna eat you alive for this one.
They,
Although, people
I'll
would have to
die on
watch
this
the
hill.
Beatles live because I said on a podcast and I listened to an old one today that the Beatles sucked, and I never got one negative comment from that. So
Yeah.
must not have been the
Anyone
right
watch that one?
people. What's that?
Anyone watch that?
Yeah, 108 people actually, but not one person spoke up. All
Must have
right.
not got to that part of the video.
Yeah, yeah, it wasn't in the first 8 seconds. Do you want to go ahead and take Santa Claus?
That's what I'm thinking, but me personally, I like the live action Grinch more than Santa Claus, so I'm gonna take that one.
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna take
go
Jim Carrey
with.
Grinch.
I mean, apparently, I don't need to take Home Alone now because you're not even gonna take it number three.
I won't, because I just won't.
You're not gonna take it number three. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna take it number two. I'm still gonna take it.
Just like that movie, I can't get behind it. I can't.
You can't get behind it because you didn't live in the times when that was a possibility. To you, it doesn't make any sense. You would get on your phone, text your mother, I'm left alone. Okay, I'll be back and to get you. At the
No,
time,
all of it doesn't make any sense. Who the fuck goes to an airport and just trusts that the kid got on the plane?
well, because the sister came over and counted the neighbor and
At
said
the house. Who doesn't do a
then they had to
second
run to the goddamn thing because the power went out. So they had to run to what? And then the parents are going to first class. I couldn't do it. It wouldn't happen for me,
It
but
doesn't make any sense.
it makes a lot of sense. I will tell you what I don't like about that movie is the uncle telling the kid that he's a little jerk. No uncle is going to tell my kid that he's a little jerk. That's not going to fly in my house, but yeah.
I don't know. Sometimes I might tell a kid that he's a little jerk.
Yeah, well, you're his cousin, so it's cool. But uncle, that's where I draw the line.
I
All right.
asked I asked your boy if he ever thought about doing wrestling because it's like he's into football now. It's a good off-season sport, and he immediately told me no with attitude, and then proceeded to say, "If I did, I'd be better than you."
Yeah, he's got confidence, that's for sure. My kid said something pretty crazy last night. Walked upstairs and was screaming that she is the queef chief. And I said, "What's that?" And she goes, "Yeah, I'm the queef chief." And I said, "Do you know what you're saying?" And then it was my younger daughter. The older daughter is dying laughing because she told her to say it because there's a kid in her school that's his handle on one of these sites is that he's the queef chief like 23. So I've got my 10-year-old daughter screaming up the stairs laughing, telling me that she's the queef chief. And I'm like, what exactly is happening in this house right now?
How I don't. When did middle schoolers learn what the fuck queefing is?
Yeah, hopefully they don't know because I was not getting into it. But my 13-year-old certainly could not breathe. She was laughing so hard because she
I
was
would be right there too.
mental.
If I heard a 10-year-old running around the house screaming she's the queef chief, I would be on the floor laughing.
Yeah, well, kids are mean. All right, what's your last pick?
This is where it gets tough because there's a lot, and there's a lot of shitty ones too.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think about like if what I would click on.
Mm,
It's also tough too because like they don't really come out with many Christmas movies nowadays. There's nothing to renew it. So every Christmas you watch the same fucking movies. You listen to the exact same 10 songs on the radio.
yeah. Well, there's more songs than 10, but I get your point.
No,
Don't
there's
be
more
a lot of
songs than 10,
humbugs.
but they play the same 10 ones
That's true.
over and over.
Mariah Carey gets paid a lot every December, I'm sure.
Honestly, it might be one of the smartest business moves I've ever seen in my life because, you know, you make a song, let's say it like skyrockets in 2016. By 2017, you're not getting any shit from that song.
Yeah,
When did that song come out?
has to be 20 years now. I don't know.
For the last 20 years, every December, her bank account just fucking skyrockets.
Mhm.
Doesn't die.
Doesn't
It's
die.
a
It's never
genius.
gonna die
Make it
until
Christmas
we
song.
all die. And I'm still not convinced that's gonna happen. I still think maybe we got a shot to live 500 years, but it's neither here nor there. It's a conversation for another
If
day.
we live 500 years, do you think the retirement age is still going to be 65?
I don't think that it could be because they're not going to give you Social Security for 435 years.
Did you fucking imagine working for 400 years?
I can't imagine working for 400 years. I can't even imagine living for 400 years, but it'd be pretty sweet. All right, pick your fucking movie, please. It's gonna be something stupid. I know it. Barbie's Christmas,
I think I might just go Santa Claus because it's the next thing that I watch the most.
right?
I don't, I think I'm just forgetting stuff because I don't think that's on my top five
I
list
know
of
you're
things
gonna
that I
tell
want
me
to
this
watch.
movie's overrated too. It's between two that I would go with. Normally, I'd go with It's a Wonderful Life, but given that we're going on the actual train ride, I am going to go Polar Express to round out my top three favorite Christmas movies. So I will go with The Elf, Home Alone, and The Polar Express. And you have Christmas Vacation, which I love. That's a good one.
That's
I forget
it's
number
like
two, but
it's like
Santa Claus.
just under the elf for me.
Yeah. I'd make the trade right now. I'll take Clark W. Griswold, but you don't want to do it.
That was more for popularity for
Oh,
votes.
yeah, everybody loves that movie. Do you know what I did? That's probably I was telling you about it earlier that I do think is like some of the funniest shit is when people get hurt. Like I
Yeah.
just really love it. So when I was telling you that I was helping my brother-in-law move a washer and the washer door opened up and hit him in the face and like knocked his hat backwards and he's yelling, "Motherfucker." I mean, I thought it was like one of the funniest things that I've ever seen. I don't know why seeing people get hurt is so
That's
funny
not
to me.
like a hurt. That's like a
Yeah.
like it's funny the way it happened. Like
Yeah. He didn't think it was funny.
who would?
He didn't think it was funny to get hit, and he didn't think it was funny that I was laughing. And I was trying really hard to control it, but like I just couldn't. So I just kept like I had to like turn around and start to walk the other way so he didn't see me laughing. But yeah, no, I definitely it was an early Christmas present when that door slammed him in the
Oh, it is.
I
It is
loved
so
it.
funny to see. Like minor injuries are the funniest thing on the
Oh
planet.
yeah.
I
Seeing
can't be
somebody
convinced
fall.
otherwise.
My kids are screaming upstairs. Hey, I say, since we're gonna all be together Christmas Eve, maybe we just shoot a little Christmas special, like I said, on Tuesday. Wish everybody a Merry
I'll
Christmas.
find a nice little like elf costume or some
That'll be
shit.
great. I'm gonna wear something festive myself. Thank you
You know what I
everybody for
did
checking us
see
out. Oh,
before
sorry.
we go?
Yes.
Marshalls
Mm-hmm.
Christmas
Ugly
sweater.
sweaters. Yeah.
They have a pocket, and it looks like an advent calendar on the sweater,
Uh-huh.
meant to hold your beer.
That's nice.
It's fucking cool.
Have you seen those things where the girls, well, I'm sure boys do it too, but they like tie a hot dog on
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
they kind of like swing
They
it
try
and
to
try to
catch
catch
it.
the hot dog in their mouth. That shit
I
is
have yet to see a successful video, but I just have a feeling that if you are successful, it's just gonna like
yeah,
go directly into your throat and make you die. Like
yeah. I want to try it, but it's not gonna look cool, and I'll probably take one off the eyeball. But
it'd
it's
be
just, I
funny
mean,
though.
yeah.
Put it when they put it in slow motion,
Oh,
and
it's
it's
so
they're like,
funny. Yeah, that would be me for sure. Just taking one straight across the face. I think we should do it. I think we should do it. Anyway, please hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. If you're still hanging in there, God damn, we love you. You
yeah.
must be related. Anyway, we'll be back
That's not
for
necessarily true.
that's not necessarily true at all. J Bone, take us out with your final thoughts. Did you think of any of those high moments you were talking about last time? Any of the life changing, altering moments when you were smoking weed, or not? Anything you want to tell the people?
I remember them. No, I'm gonna start writing them down.
Let's do that. That's a good idea. Until then, Thank
because
you.
I remember, like, I think it, and then I go to sleep, and I remember in the morning that I had one, but I
Mhm.
can't remember what it was.
Yeah, we're gonna get you a pen and pad ready.
Yeah, I'll just have an Alexa follow me around all the time.
That's it. Once
Wait,
Rogan signs us, we'll just have cameras following us all the time.
yeah,
So you
I
take a
just
toke
realized I
off,
have
you
a
take a toke
Siri.
off, look over at the camera, tell them your thoughts, and then you'll be all set.
That would be kind of, a little bit would be cool. Like to,
Hey, you have
you
a
know,
weed camera. Like it's like
yeah,
specifically made. It only comes out when you're getting high.
like like those moments where like you're like with a group of people and you're just going back and forth with jokes, like
Yeah.
laughing hysterically.
Mhm.
How awesome would it be to have that recorded?
Oh yeah, it would be good. Gotta
We've
do it.
cracked the code.
Gotta do it. I got those fucking glasses. I can film all that shit. Done.
Holy shit.
Done.
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 All right.
All right.
Well, this has
Get
been
some
a great
sleep.
episode.
I heard your boss man tell you 6 o'clock or he's pissed. So you better get some
Yep.
fucking sleep.
I'm going to bed right now.
All right, guys, hit the subscribe button, turn on those mother effing notifications. Thank you and
You know.
goodbye. Goodbye.